Let me try relaunching Untap to see if that'll fix it. Like my deck tracker. This is cute. It means I get to make Sasquatch relatively cheap next turn. Oh, it also means I brick a draw though, yeah? I get another ritual into my hand here, which means we brick on it. I mostly haven't been commenting on the pocket. I actually haven't verbally commented on the pocket drop situation today at all, just because I don't want to get into it constantly. But I gotta say, it's a miss. It's an incredible miss on Pokemon's part for a lot of reasons. But one of the biggest reasons it's so fucked up that they only gave drops to a small number of people is that some of the biggest people that stream Pokemon Pocket are non-English content creators, and they literally didn't pick any of their non-English creators for their hand-chosen 7. It's so insulting to the communities that are like regularly putting time, money, and energy into that game. So like, it sucks for someone like me who's like trying to make the content for that game full time at different points. Is like, have been making regular stuff for a while, but like not giving any of their small number of slots to anyone in the Spanish or the Japanese, or there's a couple other languages that regularly have decent pocket viewership, and only choosing their hand chosen English creators is just like very, very silly on their part. Yeah, I've been linking the command in chat, but Pocket finally decided to implement drops, and the way they implemented drops, only their chosen few get to actually have drops. Everybody else got told to go scratch. All right, so I think it's this. It means I'm showing them how much I have over here, but it's a pretty good number of points. If we kill Uncle Ben, Spider-Man stays here, and then I think we're winning the left through the Giganto, yeah? Yeah, I also have pretty low optimism in general that Pocket's ever going to really change or improve much. Like, the game's existed for, what, 8 months now, and they literally don't have the ability to import a deck via a deck code in their digital card game, so it's like...
Wind, aid my hand.
Well, we missed on the Uncle Ben 50-50, but it looks like we still win the game.
Victory.
That was a fine game, bros. No, Untapped appears to be having issues with this version of the stat patch. Usually they have it ironed out by now. Maybe I'll message somebody. Ooh, I got my Merlin. I uninstalled and reinstalled yesterday. I got untemporary. I don't think that's guaranteed to do it because it was definitely working for me afterwards on Tuesday. So there must be something happening that's making it inconsistent. I'm excited for Sanctum 2. Sanctum is sweet. But I'm glad it's finally coming back. We had to wait way too long for it to come back. Glad it's finally here again. Hey, Ben, do your thing, boy.
Great power comes.
Yeah, my advanced link is there in the chat for you. What's that? Consistent 10% off. Ooh, that's a lovely one. Am I think I'm Mockingbirding this turn. And then we'll go Summoning Ritual on the right next turn, I think is the plan. Because I don't want to eat these before I play Mockingbird, right? Well, I guess I could Shauna this turn, and then Mockingbird's free next turn. I'm sure Shauna's going to find a new and interesting way to screw me. But I think this is the play. You know, that line reminds me of something, actually. Shauna finds a new and interesting way to screw me. I think I read that fanfic one time. It was a little weird. I think it's this, because I don't want to destroy the board just yet, I don't think, because I want to, well, don't put Mockingbird into Shang range. Yeah, that's fair, I guess. This will be 9. I think it's this. Order to avoid getting locked right. Yeah, I'm playing the Agent Coulson first before I Summoning Ritual. Oh, I'm bricking a draw with this line, though. We have Killmonger, we never lock. Yeah, but I'm not sure I want to Killmonger next turn. Oh, I need to Killmonger. Yeah, so my death could be cheap. Three, 4, 5, 6. Death will cost 1.
the throne.
All right, remember, Jeff can move on the left. Oh my goodness, was Squirrel Girl the best draw on my deck? I think she was, yeah. I think it's like Death into Squirrel Girl into Summoning Ritual on the right. What are they doing that they move Jeff center?
Power must be controlled.
Interesting.
Victory.
You know, we were talking about this on Tuesday after the card released, but would anybody be upset if Dormammu had the text "can't be destroyed"? Like, would that really be so bad if Dormammu said "can't be destroyed"? Like, you do so much work for this nerd. I feel like he deserves to be shank proof. Given you could Cosmo and armor the rituals, I think that'd be fine. Yeah, I agree. It's not like there would be no counterplay, right? It would just be different proactive counterplay. Matt S, thank you for the 2 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. I need a polling from chat. When people fist bump me at the start of the game and I respond with the Jeff emote, do we think that's rude? I don't have a lot of excuses to play my Jeff emote. Because emotes generally suck. But if they're emoting me first, it feels maybe just, I don't know. I like it. I like the shark. My name's Jeff. I'm gonna say they get it. I'm not doing it proactively. I'm only doing it when people bump me on the open. Ooh. I think it's just this though. I really just need to get the ritual going.
We Venom. Great power comes.
It's funny how toxic emoting is in all games. Yep. It's deeply, deeply toxic. Do spells still freak out Our Lady of Saints? Am I recalling that correctly? Or that get fixed this patch? The answer to that question is yes. Oh, they're a Shang-Chi deck, obviously, which means I can't summoning ritual proactively. I think it's just Killmonger for stats, and then we're like summoning ritual Nico on the next turn.
I want the throne.
Rest in peace.
Oh my goodness, is that the best draw on my deck again? I think it's the best draw on my deck again.
Victory.
Never's ever right to hold the Squirrel Girl because of Nico. I can see that being the case.
Victory.
Oh, is that a good location for us, chat? Maybe.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, I snapped a little bit too late there, and I got an extra cube out of him. I'm just getting this out of my hand. It makes my death cheaper. The location reroll's not likely useful here, but just a little extra just in case. I don't think I want Sacred Timeline. Gotta reroll something. Might as well be this one. Oh my goodness, this Killmonger is about to be a banger. Okay, neither of us got an extra card off of that one. Oh wait, and now I get to go. You're about to shang me? I assume this snap is they're about to shang the monster.
Great power comes.
Above average turn for the home team. Expected outcome for the opponent. If they don't shake us that turn, we could have summoning ritual to make our monster 9 power. That's true. Mysterio's the best draw on my deck. They're never beating 21 in the middle, right? I'm getting infinite on the left. Says local man about to be cosmoed. You know, I could technically try and contest. Does Cannonball left beat me? Shit. No, I beat that one. Cool. I was saying I could technically I could technically contest the right. I can play for all three. That was a really impressive.
Victory.
That was a really impressive Dormammu game. She looked really good, and we got, and like I've talked about, the problem with a lot of these Dormammu decks are they don't have a way to win a second lane. And Death, Mockingbird, Sasquatch are all three very real ways to win a second lane. All right, well, we're definitely gonna play some more of this one. Shout out to Not My Dance for the sicko submission. I need to run an advert. I need to run to the restroom. I need to run and grab my lunch. There's so much to do during this 2-minute break. We're gonna play some more of this when we return. Appreciate everybody hanging out. Don't go anywhere, gamers. I'll throw the deck list up on screen for people that would like to net deck in the meantime, in between time. BRB. You're watching on YouTube, tap the like button, gamers. Don't go anywhere. Murderface, thank you for the 4.5 years practically. Welcome back. Let's hop in another game with this one, huh? Oh, I finished Alliance missions. Fancy that. Oh, spend 19 energy, 20 or more power. Doing that. Hey, good luck on the rest of your conquesting today, Denman. How's Dormammu? I think in terms of power level, Dormammu seems medium minus. It's very, very novel effect though. We do a missions decks video this week. I will probably, my decks roundup this week will probably be Sanctum Showdown focused. I think is my expectation. Maybe we'll throw a couple of regular decks in there. Maybe we'll do 2 videos and see how 2 videos goes. Maybe we'll do best Sanctum decks and best ladder decks. We're gonna have an OTA today too, so it's probably worth doing both. What's for lunch today? I've been rocking a very simple cucumber and hummus and cheese and pretzels for lunch lately. Well, I have some mockingbirds. Hey, thanks for the gift sub, Deadman. Appreciate it. I think they're gonna be 2 weeks ago. No, it'll be 1 week.
Oh, snap. Opponent snapped.
So I need to ritual this turn if I'm gonna finish the ritual, but there's also a question of, is it worth finishing the ritual? It's probably worth murdering their ones. Do I do this? Makes my mockingbirds more expensive though. Probably worthwhile. All right, enjoy my copies of death.
I want the throne. You are mine.
Impressive. Rest in peace.
Should have kept the Killmonger for fodder for step 3. I don't even know that I'm completing it at this point, if I'm being honest. If I do this, both of these cost 3. I think that's the play. Maybe I play this here because it's neutral points overall, and they might play something else out here that take a point off of. Also leaves me the option to complete the ritual, I suppose, even if we're not likely to. Suave Knight. Nightingale, thank you for the 17 months. Welcome back. Oh, Squirrel Girl means their 2 copies of Mockingbird are cheaper. Kearns, thank you for the 16 months. I think we're dead, but I also just really don't want to play against Aeroshim, so kill me. Especially on an airship player, it's gonna run the rope down every turn. Oh, you know what it was, chap? Looking at all these numbers, and they probably had to run the whole rope down there because they had to take their socks off to count it up. Is the Claw Stature deck the most competitive Black Bolt deck currently, you think? I think so, David. Feels like a really, really good mix of proactive disruption of reasonable sets. Shauna into Killmonger and Valhalla. Don't mind if I do. I think I'm carnaging here just because it'll be 5 points on the last turn of the game. Well, that's sad. Brood's rude sometimes. You know that consent meme where there's like, did you forget about somebody? And it's like asking Jesus or whatever for permission or consent. That's how I feel like Ben Brood is in some of these games of Marvel Snap. It's like, aren't you forgetting someone, Jeff? There's someone else who you need permission from here. That's fine. We're still in a great spot. Our death's still going to get cheap because we drew Scroll Girl at least.
I want the throne.
The remaining cards in your deck form an X on the tracker. They do, don't they? It's a fun catch. Probably setting up our ritual right side here. Wow, that's scary. How do you not snap me back after a play like that? That's so wild. Speaking of wild, this turn is sick, right? I'm playing 1, 4, 5 cards, so this is going to cost me 1 next turn. And this summoning ritual is going to be worth 3 more on him. This is great. And my Mysterio is going to go up to 5 points in the center. Hey Jeff, have you tried out Marvel's Mystical Mayhem? So my personal rule for wait, they passed the turn? They have She-Hulk or something crazy? My personal rule for gotcha style games, because I know I like them typically, is I don't usually play them until they offer to sponsor my stream first. Because typically they eventually offer, and if I'm gonna get hooked on something new, I want them to pay me a little bit first before I give them my money back. Oh my goodness, did we get them? Oh my goodness, we got them. Everything on mute. So the game audio, the in-game music is currently bugged in the snap patch, which is really unfortunate. You're having fun with Dormammu? It's been fine. This is the first Dormammu deck we've played that hasn't felt completely mediocre. The Thanos build we played was okay. This is the first one that's felt not mediocre and is interesting. To be fair, even if the Asteroid hadn't been there, we would have been winning the right there with Dormammu, right? So we were good either way.
Oh, snap.
Are we demoning the Squirrel Girl to make Dormammu bigger? I think so. I think so. I could demon the Killmonger, but I'm probably gonna sack the Killmonger to Dormammu anyways, so I think this is fine. I've been pleasantly surprised that Uncle Ben has found a home in a few places. I am not pleasantly surprised that Uncle Ben has found a home in a few places. In fact, I was on record day one talking about how I expected Uncle Ben to be a very reasonable Marvel Snap card and the best of that bunch. Because my brain is huge and I'm very good at evaluating cards.
Great power comes.
I'm also incredibly humble. Does Uncle Ben have a variant? No, most of the series for Rolling cards don't have variants. Where's the Squatch going, Chip? I think it's center. I think it's center. I think it's center, and we Dormammu the right. A few days ago, you mentioned Luna Snow was pretty critical in Surfer Next. Would you mind expanding on that? Can you explain why she's superior to Hope? She's better than Hope because Luna on 3 lets you play Sarah on 4, and Hope doesn't let you do that. So Hope and Luna both let you play 2 3s on 5, but Luna lets you Sarah on 4, which is great. Is this crazy, Colby, baby? Do we feel like there's a world where they could test the right? They have Gwenpool and a Galacta trigger. I feel like there's a world where they could test the right.
Victory.
How's Dormammu feeling so far? I was pretty low on Dormammu coming into today, but this deck is selling me on a little bit. Figuring out Dormammu feels like you need to answer the question, how do you win lane number 2? And this deck list is answering that question better than any other Dormammu list I've played so far.
Snap.
All right, so Ebony Bois here, they must be a War Machine deck then, yeah? Holy video gamers. Good gravy. Actually insane in the membrane. Do 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 do. Can I tap again? Why does the button work, gamers?
Great power comes.
Okay, so now don't you dare. Fuck you, game. No! Come on, bro. That was gonna be so sweet. I mean, we still have an all right line. I just don't get to do my big thing. We're gonna go Shauna into Mockingbird Killmonger. But I'm a little sad now.
Wind, aid my hand.
All right, so definitely War Machine then. I think I want to force them to contest the left.
I want the throne.
Rest in peace.
All right, how much am I committing into the vault? Probably a pretty reasonable amount, yeah. Are they a Legion deck? Yeah, quite possibly. I can't do anything about that though. Baby shark do 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 do, baby shark do 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 do, baby shark do 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 do, baby shark. I have 16 on the right and 22 in the middle. We put the fake Mysterio on the right so we can eat it with Carnage here. It was our last card in our deck. We were guaranteed to draw it.
Victory. Oh, snap. Great power comes.
We do this.
Taking aim.
We summoning ritual. And then this means that I very perfectly have summoning ritual plus Mockingbird this turn. Yeah, that seems great, right? Do I want to put Mockingbird here? Nah, probably not. Well, that's second rude. This probably wins the game most of the time, yeah. We're beating Doctor Doom. We're beating... If they want to Shang-Chi us, they would need to Shang-Chi us here. Plus play... What, they'll be down 2 here, and I'll be up 3. And their everybody mod's already spent, so I think they're cooked.
Victory.
I think Hazmat being 3 means you can play an Affliction Surfer deck. Yeah, probably. I don't know if it's good, but you can play it. We'll probably snap if we draw any of our destroy cards here.
Snap.
On the first Dormammu deck, that's made me consider picking him up. Yeah, that's why Ben Bruin sends me the medium-sized bucks every month. We sell lots of trash cards for the man. Alright, let's drag this land shark kicking and screaming into Fisk Tower, eh?
Wind, aid
Could have
my
done better, I suppose. Well, I guess they're most likely to storm the Nebula path, so maybe I should play there so that way the Nico reroll rerolls it. Yeah, I think that would have been the heads-up play, right? Hanzo, thank you for the prime. Appreciate it. In general, I'm happy Storm is 3 cost again, but the opponent's deck is toxic AF. Ritual Killmonger. No, I think I want to Shauna this turn. Because Shauna Egg this turn means, what's her name? Is better for me. Mockingbird. The OTA changes get leaked, not to my knowledge. Hey, look, it's that out I was playing too. So we'll do this. And then next turn we'll have Killmonger plus Summoning Ritual. Killmonger and the Nebula might steal us through it. We're probably still good though, yeah? I guess we could get Shang down to the left. Is there an OTA today? There is. Not till late though, so we'll have Sanctum Showdown in about 2 hours, and then we'll have an OTA. Typically about 3 hours after that, so about 5 hours from now. Alright, there's the big man. So can they win the center without Captain Marvel? That's what they need. They need to win the center without Captain Marvel. This is Killmonger, clear Nebula on the right. Narrator, they could not. They could not. Yeah, Killmonger has been insane against their Nebula Ebony Mod deck for sure.
Victory.
Our split enabler / screw you card. Yeah, I think this deck's a fine concept even without Dormammu.
Oh, snap.
Dormammu is sweet, I say, after winning the game with a tech card. Shh. Shh. I think I'm offering up Nico because of one, I don't want to brick a draw, and two, I want to make death cheaper. Also makes Dormammu larger likely. Good gravy these locations. Of all the locations in Marvel Snap, these are 3 of them. Oh yeah, play some 1-drops for me. Mommy! Mommy! Enjoy the summoning ritual. This one's for free on the house. We porked their Giganto. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I've made a terrible mistake. There's a storm here in the center. You gave me Galacta? Excuse me? Bop, dip dop, dee doom bots. Really love these doom. Well. I accept, humbly and graciously, obviously. Indubitably. I hope that isn't a bug. Yeah, they played my summoning ritual. Oh, we lose to Giganto on the left. Yeah, we would, wouldn't we? Okay, so I need to play for all 3 then. Yeah, good call. Yeah, they can Giganto anywhere because we picked him. We'd have beaten Giganto on the right, actually, yeah, because we would have been plus 13 there, up to 32. We're always beating Giganto right with there, personally. All right, Dormammu, I guess you could get upgraded. I guess you may be upgraded, Dormammu. I guess. It would be rude not to dance with the one who brought me, right? I was going to be done with this deck after that game, but I feel like I owe it to Dormammu to let her try and finish. Let them try and finish the run they've started. All right, have some adverts. We're gonna do one more conquest with this when we return. Thanks for hanging out. Don't go anywhere. It's been a fun set. If you're watching this on YouTube, consider tapping the like button. It doesn't cost you anything. It helps the content reach some more people. Appreciate all the folks that have done that already today. Well, in a somewhat called shot that makes me feel my read on things is correct, It looks like Mogwai posted he's dropping Pocket to go all in on Shadowverse, which that doesn't really surprise me. Something I've said a couple of times now. I think if you're a Runeterra player who's been looking for something to fill a Runeterra shaped hole in your heart, like Shadowverse has big Runeterra vibes. Like, it is a very strategical, deep game with lots of moving parts.
Legendary.
So he was one of the biggest Runeterra content creators, so it is not surprising to me. It's not surprising to me that he's gonna take a crack at Shadowverse. And if you're someone that hasn't tried Shadowverse yet, I don't plan to drop Snap. I'm still enjoying Snap. I've really enjoyed having 2 games. So we've been doing Shadowverse in the mornings and Snap in the afternoons. It's felt like a good mix for my content, but I have a dedicated Shadowverse YouTube channel. If you want to check out stuff for that, you haven't been around in the mornings for the live stream part of it. How long are Shadowverse matches on average? So Shadowverse is a more traditional card game. So there's aggro decks that win quickly. So like 5 to 10 minute games. And there's control decks that can take 20, 25, 30 minutes. So it's definitely not quite the bite-sized games that Snap is. And past Shadowverse's gameplay being good, it's genuinely the best digital card game client I've ever touched. It has full social features. It has deckless import exporting. It has in-client tournaments. It has a history with replay systems built into it. It has QR codes to grab deck lists from people. Just like literally every feature I've asked for in other card games for years are all implemented inside of it day one. You can auto mute emotes. Yeah, it has a spectator mode. I played the old Shadowverse. What's changed for this new one? So there's some of the core rules are the same, but mechanically it's a different game in a number of ways. I'd recommend just checking it. I never played the original Shadowverse, so I don't have a good one-to-one comparison for you, but I've really enjoyed this one. Shadowverse Worlds Beyond is the new one. So Shadowverse re-released their game. The original Shadowverse came out almost a decade ago, and they basically decided between power creep and some core rules design things they wanted to do different. They're re-releasing their app essentially.
Opponent snapped.
Oh, they're 34 card Monty. All right. Well, I'm gonna. It might be a quick last one, chat. How's the economy? It's very typical card game economy. There's booster packs that you open cards from, and there's a Hearthstone-style dusting crafting system. Okay, so I actually want to put a fake Mysterio in the middle because I'm going to eat that one. I'm going to eat that one for lunch, yeah? And then I think we do this. And then next turn we go eat these for the ritual plus play Sasquatch. Then we'll have death queued up for the last turn. Says local man about to be Cosmoed. So I don't believe Shadowverse has mentioned officially how they're going to be balancing cards. But they, in their original game, folks said they did balance passes once per month, which isn't as frequent as Snap, but that's still much better and a pretty acceptable rate, I would say. But they do. They aren't like Pocket where there's no rebalancing. Someone asked if we're playing around Shang-Chi this game. Nope.
Rest in peace.
Ain't nobody got time to play around Shang-Chi, gamers. Yeah, couldn't have thrown priority even if we wanted to. They have ghosts.
Power must be controlled.
Marvel Snap is really fun. Do-da, do-da. Marvel Snap is really fun. Do-da-day. An appropriately anticlimactic end to our otherwise fun conquest run. If I was someone who cared about the result of a game like this, I would be really mad, but if you conquest is such a miserable format to be invested in, because like I had fun playing this deck for the last hour, so like losing the one at the end is like whatever. But if I like really wanted that infinite ticket or whatever, spending an hour to end to Shang-Chi out of the deck playing 34 card Monty is just such a trash experience. Anywho, on a more positive note, this was easily the best Dormammu deck I've ever played. The number one question Dormammu decks have been struggling to answer in my anecdotal experience, and why I would say they have such bad stats on Untap so far, is how do you win the non-Dormammu lane? Because Dormammu's very consistent. So long as you can blow something up, you're going to get to this card, and he generally wins his lane. And then this deck has Mockingbird, Sasquatch, and Death as all ways to win your second lane in a way that came together very consistently for us, some combination of these cards. I liked what this had going on a lot. This is definitely, if you're someone that picked up Dormammu and you've got the other bits and pieces here, this is going to be my recommendation for what I'll clear my weekend missions with tomorrow almost assuredly. It's going to get a name. This is the highest honor I can bestow on a viewer submitted deck list. We're going to rename it and it can stay in the deck editor. What are we calling that? Dorsquatch? Dorsquatch sounds lovely. The highest honor Hoaglandia can bestow.